$5 for Bleed? Yeah, it's worth it. Ryan's goal is simply to be the hero of her own adventure. By killing a whole bunch of video game bosses, you travel to different stages to take on different bosses along with a final showdown like most video games. The thing is, yeah, the story is weak. The game knows it's not anything special, it isn't trying to be anything special, it knows it's simply a cheesy, not particularly good story. Also, the game on normal is about 50 minutes long to beat your first time around. Bleed's gameplay is one of the main reasons someone would be interested in Bleed. The game is a 2D platform shooter with rather good bullet time mechanics. The levels are short, snappy, and are quite challenging. You will die plenty of times. You have a range of guns from 2 different rocket launchers to dual pistols, a laser, a shotgun, and a few more. The one major problem, at least for myself, is I've stuck to about 3 different guns. I'd love to want to use all these guns and not be able to make up my mind, just wanting to constantly swap. However, on the contrary, the one good thing about this is that you'll get used to these guns and you will master them and you'll eventually become really skillful with the game because you've mastered these guns. I have unlocked most of the guns except for 2 which are unlocked through beating the game on hard and very hard. I can happily say that all of those except the shotgun feel useful. This leads to some rather fun gunplay with the use of bullet time and the triple jump mechanic. The guns are locked behind an in-game shop, which are bought through points that you earn from completing levels. You can also buy at the shop an increase in health, bullet time, and a recharge for your bullet time. It's awesome to shoot the Magnum, have the bullet bounce off a wall, and kill a monster. It's a really good feeling. Each level has a well-designed final boss. There are a total of 7 levels, an arcade mode, and a challenge mode. The arcade mode is select the difficulty and amount of health and try to beat the entire game with just 1 life. The challenge mode is an arena, a difficulty, and a range of 1 to 3 bosses all at once which you choose. This brings me to the difficulty. The game is simply kick your ass, no apologies hard, and times that number by 100, and that's how hard it is. Also, the game does have a co-op mode. I've not been able to try it out because I lack a 360 controller. I have seen gameplay of it, and it's adding another player into your game. This is a cool inclusion and it seems like a lot of fun. The music is crafted well, and the art style I like for the most part. How the text has the clear jaggy edges due to its art style, however, annoys me a little bit. The difficulty for the game, as I said earlier, will kick your ass without a second thought. However, once you become good at the game, it will become a good feeling beating the game on harder difficulties. The 2 extra game modes are quite hard, and if you're not into that sort of thing, I can still see people getting an enjoyment out of it because taking on 3 bosses at once is a really fun and challenging thing to do. The other thing is you'll need to take into account is it is only 45 to 50 minutes to beat on normal. However, the game is made to be beaten and played quite a few times, and if you're not into that, that's something you will want to take into consideration. The bullet time will regenerate over time, and overall is a really refreshing feeling to triple jump through the air in bullet time and kill monsters with the katana. The game overall is a lot of fun. You'll feel like a badass while jumping through the air with a revolver's bullet bouncing off a wall. The one thing that needs to be said about the game is it's hard but fair. Oh yeah, and a lack of a windowed mode. Overall, I give Bleed my own personal thumbs up. So who is going to like this game? Well, people who like hard games, people who want a fun game, people who are into shooters, and people who want a co-op game. Now what about the people who won't like this game? Well, the people who don't like shooters, people who don't like hard games, people who want a long, extensive game, and people who want a good story.